I spent years trying to see all that jazz on the big screen. I see a lot of movies, and it's one of my absolute favorites. It's kind of a musical, and it's definitely sexy. It reckons with Bob Fosse, the cabaret and Chicago guy, as he chases his own ambitions rather than cultivating relationships with the people he loves. Because of that, it's a movie that all of us should see. I had the chance to see All That Jazz on a pristine 35mm film print this summer in Los Angeles. The energy of the crowd was infectious as we all took in this beautiful film together. Even my girlfriend, who hates musicals because they're not cynical enough, walked away impressed by the film. I may never have the chance to see All That Jazz in a theater again. It's a Fox movie. And after Disney acquired Fox, they've slowly started pulling all Fox films from theatrical distribution. Copyright lasts 95 years, so this movie might not be in a theater again until 2075. Now, you might not care about All That Jazz, but what about Alien or Titanic? These are classic Fox films, and they might not be in theaters again until after most of us are gone. Ideas are too important for someone to own forever. The public domain allows all of us to own creative ideas, like stories and characters. The problem is, copyright keeps getting longer, and this is preventing new work from entering the public domain. Imagine a world where the idea for a light bulb and its production has been owned by one person since it was invented. The world would literally be a darker place. The light bulbs would be insanely expensive, and there probably wouldn't be much innovation on the light bulb front. Now think about a world where you had to pay Shakespeare's estate every time you adapted one of his plays. Amazing movies like 10 Things I Hate About You, West Side Story, or The Lion King might not exist if studios had to pay for these rights. Thankfully, these plays are in the public domain, so creators are able to pull from them to create any crazy thing they can imagine. This has the added benefit of keeping his stories and characters alive. Plays and stories written in the 20th century are not as lucky as Shakespeare's. This is because copyright keeps getting longer. At the start of the 20th century, copyright lasted 42 years. This eventually bumped up to 56 years, 75 years, and 95 years through lobbying efforts. The result of this is that no new work entered the public domain from 1998 to 2019. That's 20 years of stories sitting on shelves when they could be thriving before our eyes. We've decided that some ideas are not too important for someone to own forever. Copyright lasts 95 years, but patents only last 20. That's tacit acknowledgement that as a society, we think that transistors and telephones matter less than our books and our movies. I strongly disagree with this. Technology can lengthen or improve our lives, but to quote author Joan Didion, we tell ourselves stories in order to live. Only through stories can you step outside your life and into somebody else's life. The public domain actually makes work more valuable. Let's take a look at The Wizard of Oz. The original novel was published by L. Frank Baum in 1900. MGM purchased the rights, and in 1939, they released that famous Judy Garland adaptation. The thing is, copyright was shorter in the 20th century. So by the 1970s, most of the novels and the sequels to the novels entered the public domain. This opened up the floodgates for new adaptations of The Wizard of Oz. Adaptations like Sci-Fi Channel's Tin Man, or Disney's really bizarre movie Return to Oz. These are kind of creepy examples, so they're probably working against my point. But what about something unimpeachable, like The Wiz or Wicked? I love these musicals, and you might too. And they might not exist without the public domain. The public domain has created far more economic value out of The Wizard of Oz than just royalty payments to L. Frank Baum and his heirs. It's also kept his stories alive. Mickey Mouse represents a world of more restrictive copyright terms. Mickey is ubiquitous. You can find him on iPhone cases or dish towels. You might even have photos of him from your family vacation. But that's the problem. Mickey's no longer a character. He's a piece of corporate iconography. What was the last great Mickey Mouse cartoon? I would argue Fantasia, and that came out in 1940. Disney is not telling great Mickey Mouse stories, and Mickey's soul has been trapped in the Disney vault since 1928. There's good news, though. Mickey's going to be free in just 4 years. His copyright expires in 2024. Let me tell you what's going to happen. I promise you, Disney is going to be just fine. First of all, the copyright only covers the original Mickey Mouse cartoons like Steamboat Willie. Any updates to his character or his design are covered under future copyrights, so they're still covered. Any of the imagery that is used in corporate logos actually counts as trademark, and that lasts forever. Disney's done an amazing job building an intellectual property moat with characters like Goofy or Donald Duck. These characters came out later, so the copyrights are going to expire later. All Mickey expiring is going to do is incentivize Disney to tell the best Mickey Mouse stories they can on a more open market. Now, I'm not advocating for an abolition of copyright. I want to make movies one day, and I think creators deserve to be paid for their work. Copyright protects that right. I also recognize that it's probably impractical to shorten copyright terms from where they stand now. I just want to make sure they don't get any longer. Characters like Mickey deserve to be free. Remember, ideas are too important for someone to own forever. Remember this if you ever have the chance to work with content in your career. Your instinct might be to hoard this content by advocating for longer copyright terms. Please don't do this. After 95 years, stories and characters are better off in the hands of everyone.